Good evening everybody. Welcome to my... I have even no idea what day it is today. I think it's a Sunday. And I think it was last Sunday that I did stream. So we are a week on. We've had Christmas in between. I wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. I hope you enjoyed the festivities and had plenty of time with your families. Much rest and recuperation was had. I myself had a great time with my family, and now ready back into the streaming world. I've been playing a fair amount of World of Warcraft in that time. Oh wow, Surox, you said you'd be the first one in. Look at that, in with a subscription as well. Told you on Discord, said you'd be the first in. Well, thank you very much for that welcome. That's extremely kind of you. Let's see, some chef's hats in celebration of that. That's absolutely fantastic. Happy New Year to you too. I hope you're doing well. I hope you've had a great Christmas and enjoying the festivities. I did. I had lots of lovely time with my family. Lots of good food, good company, and plenty of board games, and lots of World of Warcraft. So it was pretty nice. Thank you very much. And Kayafin, how are you? I'm live and you're awake. How are you? Thanks ever so much for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. And we also have Meso87. Thank you for the 4 months in a row. That's incredibly kind of you. Let's see some more chef's hats in the chat. Thank you very much. It's extremely kind of you. Thank you, Surox. It's very kind of you. I had a lovely Christmas, thank you. It was a good time spent with the family. Lots of good food, good company. And we even managed to play some World of Warcraft in that time. So all was very good, thank you very much. I hope yourselves was good. Lots of nice time with the family too. So I've been having a look. I've been opening my mail in the last week since I've been on. But I haven't actually... I've accumulated all my mail. So I've got a fairly decent mailbox open. What did I have for Christmas dinner? We had beef rather than turkey this year. We're not great fans of turkey, so it tends to get rather dry for us. So we had beef, which we all like as a family, which is pretty good. Hey, Maxev89, thank you for the... I love that little hand icon, that's pretty cool. Welcome, thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Well, I'm Val Wow, how are you? Good to see you. Hope you've had a good Christmas period. It's cool. In our country, you all have fish. Ah, very nice. What kind of fish did you have? Let's wander around and find ourselves a nice mailbox open. Cod this year. Very nice. Good staple fish to have. My daughter has a lot of bassa, which is quite similar to cod. So, looking at this, we have a fairly decent mailbox because I've accumulated all my sales from the last week. So I have a pretty decent one. Oh, well, Phil, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Merry Christmas. Well, post-Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you. Just about to open up the mailbox, so let's have a look and look at the first page, because we do have 92 in the mail. Let's take those purchases out of the way for the moment. There we go. Oh, wow. Velaroff, thank you very much for the sub, using your Prime there. Welcome to the Samadan squad. We have a whole load of chef's hats. Thank you very much for your support. And Scorshane. Hey, Cookie Cam, being treated this festive spirit. Yes, Cookie's just off in the background over here. I'm doing very well, thank you very much, Scorshane. How about yourself? I hope you had a good Christmas. Looking forward to the new year. So looking at this mail, well, let's wait for this to refresh because we've got 47 here. We'll wait till we get to the full 50 and we'll go through the mail on this one. So this is a whole week's worth of mail. So it's not all one night. So I have been playing a lot. I have been going through a lot of the quest line. I have been reposting my things. So let's have a look. Catrosa, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a great Christmas. So mailbox wise, let's have a look. So we've got, obviously, Sinister Combatants is doing well. I'm surprised to see an Honourable Combatants in there, especially for 7,000. Honourable Combatants boots going for 7,600, and Sinister Combatants boots going for 3,400. Interesting. I guess someone is looking for the Quick Blade rather than the Aurora. That must be that. Other things, Sailor's Pie seems to be okay at the moment. Couple of Mongoose. Pact of Haste, that's a nice price. Glorious stats. More Sinister Gear. Deadly and Versatile Navigation. A fair few feasts there. 20 in that lot. I'll probably have to restock on those ones. And more Sinister Gear, blue linen shirt, another Hexweave bag. Prices of those have been dipping below 1,000 quite regularly now. Although I did get a nice sale of a Hydral Expedition bag there for 6,700. A few Silkweave satchels, a couple of Swamp Fish and Chips. And then we got a few more Enchants, Hidden Satyr, Critical Strike, more Sinister Gear, some more Haste, some more Stats, some more Satchels, Rich Purple Shirt, and then some more Honourable Gear. Surprising to see that, but nice to have it nonetheless. So that's 178,000 in that first lot. Watch you for a bit whilst you nosh, and then off to finish levelling your last tomb possible on your server. Wow, number 18,120 on this server. That is absolutely amazing scoring. I don't know how you do it. I've got one character at 120, and that's enough for me. So let's take all this lot, and then we can go through and add that. So 178,000 on that lot. Let's see if we can top 200,000 with the other lot. Let's collect all of this up. You have 6 more on another server and 1 more yet on another server. Wow, that's amazing. Right, so let's let the timer run on this one. Rayolma, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. You were lucky, so lucky to run into me on the game today. Oh, did you? Yes, I was playing quite a lot earlier today. You were on Horde, so you did a bow in respect. Thank you. I missed it, so sorry I missed you on that one. But thank you for the bow. Really appreciate it. So, wow, okay. So, page 2 of the mail is 102,000. So, that's 280,000 total in the mail today. I'm not saving anything particular at the moment, just maybe collecting up some tokens perhaps. I'd like to get the Warcraft 3 Collector's Edition. Not the Collector's Edition, the whatever deluxe version they have. Oh, did I wave back? Oh, okay. I must have not connected up the name then. Well, that's good. Oh, you scouted making a new Guildbank and Bridget too. Oh, yes. Yes, I did that this morning, and I tried it again earlier. It was very nice. It was a good testament to seeing people. I offered 1,000 gold for signing the guild charter for Bridget, my dwarf, because I wanted to clear some Guildbank space. And it was nice to see a good at least 50% of the people refused the gold or said they'd do it for free, which I thought was a really nice testament to the community, that people were willing to help people out and not needing the gold. So that was pretty nice. You quit gold, well, and gold making, got like 40k, for Togu's 200,000 with no jobs, no playtime. Oh, sorry to hear that, Maxa, but obviously do whatever works for you and your situation, wherever you find fun. I hope you find it, and welcome back to WoW whenever you want to. It will always be there for you. This one's a DJ Monk, named Witted. D. Arc Iron Monk, dim-witted. Very nice. So let's look at this mail that we've got here. So more Sinister Gear, a good collection of Sinister Gear, more Hexweave bags, and some wildflower and fusaka, the vendor gear, the vendor ingredients selling, which is quite nice. So let's take all of this as well. So yes, I got another Guildbank. I called it Samadan Plays Well. So that way I could just spread the load, because I was getting... My Guildbank's a bit of a mess at the moment, as Moshi would say once she's here. So it was nice to be able to just clear up some space, and now I'll need to just go through and organise the rest of my Guildbank. Oh wow, Rolma, thank you very much for the follow. Very kind of you. So that's the mailbox opened. We are now sitting at a very healthy 800,000 gold. So we're almost back up to 1 million for the first time in a long time. Let's have a look at our actual chart on the gold for that. So we're sitting along here. It's not quite registered the amount here just at the end. But this was my big, obviously, 5 million. It hasn't registered everything before here because my TSM, I had to reset everything and wipe everything clean. That was back when BFA came out. But we got up to the 5 million, got the long boy, and we've been down here ever since. Obviously, we bought 6 months WoW game time as well along here. So, you know, time has been, gold has been spent. So the past month, looking a very healthy climb. We went down a fair amount there to, what was that, 300,000, and then climbed up and up and up, and then obviously had a nice jump just here to get ourselves a little bit higher. So all in all, very pleased with progress so far. Clayton Calix, how are you? You're at work. You're work the gaming PC Centre. Currently you're 7 hours, 32 minutes into a 16-hour work shift. Got your stream up on our big screen. Well, thank you, Clayton. Good to see you. I hope we can help you with your shift, and hope it passes quickly for you. I'll be on here for a good hour or two, I would say, looking at the time. I technically have to work tomorrow, so I can't stay too late. And Crazy Pink Iguana, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you had a good Christmas. Open a new account with a sale, and so far I managed to get heirlooms to level 100 for mail and cloth for the gold you have made. Flipping low level mats. Oh, very good. That's a good start. Working on 4 to 5 hours sleep and my long boy mount. Yes, I did. Very, very happy with this. This has been my my crowning glory throughout BFA at the moment. Really, really enjoying being able to use the auction house wherever I am. Although I tend to find, as long as I'm near a bank and a guild bank and a mailbox, I can get full functionality. This is my guild bank a little bit clearer now. Obviously not tidy yet. We need to go and sort that out. That's something else to do. We'll maybe do that later on the stream. Let's have a look at what we just need to pop over here. So let's clear out a little bit of this tide spray, I think. So let's try this. /TSM get tide SP. So this should collect up the tide spray that's scattered everywhere, hopefully. And then I'm going to put it in one tab, which will, by default, I think, be the first tab, which is where I want to put it. And good evening, Mushy. How are you? Hope you had a good Christmas. Glad to see you here. Hope you're doing well. Hope your cold's better. The bank needs to be cleaned. It certainly does. And Sensors, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you also had a good Christmas. We're going to do that now, actually. Let's go clear out this bank. Now that we've cleared up some space, we can do a little bit of organising. So I have absolutely loads of tide spray. 24,000 of it at the moment. Trying to make it look like yours. Yeah, absolutely. I saw yours on the Discord, Mushy, and it looks incredibly neat. Oh, looks like Oreo's emerged. He's not quite come for Oreo cam yet, but when he comes back after eating, I'll see how he is. Now, did that get all the tide spray? I think it did. So if I do a /TSM put, I think it'll put it in here, in this tab. So let's do a /TSM put tide SP. Don't have to spell the whole thing. There we go. So that will put it all in one section. Love the name Oreo Cam. Yeah, definitely. Oreo has his own camera, he's that special. You got the long boy, so happy. Oh, congratulations. Between that and the gold, we had like 7,000 gold left. Excellent, Devoting. Well, congratulations to you. This is still the main Guildbank. This is still Trader Joe's, but we cleared out some space. We made a second Guildbank. So I've offloaded some of the old lockboxes over there for the moment. So we're just cleaning things out at the moment. But congratulations, Devoting, on your long boy. Let's see some chef's hats for Devoting on that well-earned milestone. Congratulations. Okay, am I going to fill up the bank on this? I might have to clear out some deep sea satin out of here. Let's have a look, see where everything is. Thankfully, this isn't too busy. Seems to be working okay. So far, so good. There we go. Let's do a /TSM get deep sea. I don't think I typed that right. Let's try that again. Oh no, I did it in the chat window. Whoops. Hold on. Let's go back to WoW. /TSM get deep sea. There we go. Then I can collect that up. You bought all the pets and mounts for gold. Excellent. Well, it's a good time to do it. Definitely. There's with a sale on. That's definitely a good time. 900,000 gold gone again. Well, I think that's a well-worthy investment. If you're going to do it, you need more tokens for the mounts. Well, it's a good time to do it, definitely. How are we looking with everything here? I think we've got most of those. Okay, so let's pick up that and that. Let's do a quick sushi sort. Just clear those out. Reorganize those. So this is basically going to be my Tide Spray slot, and I can just condense that one down to there. And then okay, so I've got some embroidered deep sea satin and some regular deep sea satin. I'm not sure that's all going to fit. So let's just put in this lot. I might do this manually, just to keep it clean. There we go. Never knew you could type that and do that. Learn something new every day. Yes, it's really good, useful. It's more useful when you've got the bank tab open, because it's super quick. It's a little bit harder with the Guildbank tab, and I think it defaults it to the first slot. So I'm not sure how to get it to do it to different slots, but it's useful when organising things. That's for sure. There might be some in the bank. That's true. But I'm just going to pop these in for now. I need to just condense those up a little bit, and then pop those in, and that should just clear that out. So that's the deep sea side of things, and then in our regular cloth we can at least put in all the other things we have. Let's just move that back over, because I had some rune cloth there and some Shalderai silk, and then we can just do a quick sushi sort on this lot. There we go. Check tab 2 and 3 for some Tide sprays. Yeah, I think we're okay here at the moment. Got some wind wool here, fair amount of that. Let's just reorganise that and see how that goes. Look low on Tide spray, might want to get some more. Yeah, I think we're okay for the moment. Just catching up on everything here. You bought BFA for your second account for the boost. Oh, excellent. Nice sentences. Good to see. What else did I miss on everything? Husband also wanted them. Yes, my private bank probably has some Tide spray in there as well. I could probably do with popping some of that over, because that's fairly full too. This is looking a little bit messy. Obviously we need to sort that out with some things that aren't supposed to be in here. X Factor XXL, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on board. I hope you're doing well. We're just going through cleaning up our Guildbank at the moment, so a little bit of maintenance as we've cleared some space. This is looking particularly messy. Oh, there we go. There's some Tide spray in there, and there's some stuff in here that probably doesn't need to be in here. There it is. Let's just do a search for Tide spray. Now I've had this bug where not everything has been showing. That seems to be working at the moment, because there is Tide spray, but it's still dark. It's really weird. I'm not sure what's causing that. You can just about, well, that's bolt of linen. You can just about pick it out. You can obviously know that nothing else is here. I'm not sure which add-on's causing that, but that's looking okay. And that's obviously not everything. So if I just clear that back out, and then obviously now these are all dark, which is really weird. So something's messed up with my add-ons a little bit there, I think. There we go, let's pop that back. And let's just get something else. You got the same bug, have you? Remove the search and they show. Okay. So maybe just not me then. Okay, so let's take this. Looks like we're going to fill this with Tide spray. So I'm going to take all this deep sea and put it somewhere else. Let's try /TSM get deep sea. And we'll just take that out again. And we'll save this for Tide spray. I think that's going to be the best. There we go. Sparhawk, how are you? I'm doing very well, thank you very much. How about yourself? And we're just going to do a /TSM put Tide spray. I'm going to leave the stuff that I've got in my bank for the moment, because how much have we got? Here we've got 16,000 in the Guildbank and 6,500 in the regular bank, which I think will do for now, because we can always use the stuff that's in the bank, as it were. Okay, so some of this stuff doesn't need to be in here, like that and that. Anything that looks non-cloth related, like the monolite ore, that shouldn't be in there. All these should be dyes, bleach dyes, green dyes, pink dyes, purple dyes. That looks like leather. We don't need leather. And ink we've got there, we don't need. Not sure where I'm going to put those, but we're going to keep this just for cloth. Runic catgut, everything else there. And then let's add in all our embroidered stuff here. I don't know if you can use the /TSM to put it in a particular slot. I don't think you can. I'm just going to go and put the rest of this stuff in manually, just to keep it a little bit clearer. Apologies if I missed anyone whilst I was going through all that. Let's just see if I can just go through chat and make sure I haven't missed anyone else. Not sure about anyone else, but you're selling Bear Tartar for more now than ever did in Legion. It's strange. That's very strange. I haven't tried selling any Bear Tartar in a while, actually. Oh, did I miss one there? 8th column, 2nd row. Okay, let's have a look. I'll just let this sort run through. Seems to be running through. So the sorting add-on I'm using here is called Sushi Sort, and I can put that in the chat. I think it's called Sort My Command. There we go, that's Sushi Sort. That's the one I'm using to sort my Guildbank out, as it is at the moment. The old info, okay, that was the Tide spray. Okie dokie. Looks like we've cleared out most of it. Just going to reorganize everything else. I do need a miscellaneous for things like the ores and this ink, which I don't really have a use for just yet, but I'll collect them up for now. Okay, so that's all tailoring. So tailoring's there and tailoring's at the top. This is all enchanting, or should be, and things like volatiles. That's fellcloth, that shouldn't be there. That's starwood, probably don't need that. A sniping scope, where's that come from? Engineering vendors. And there's some more monolite ore. And that's looking like thorium. Durable flux. The wild jade, we could probably do with selling that. Although sometimes we do need it. And we've got some enchants in there. Seal of haste, they should be sold, if possible. Same with the seal of versatility, if possible. Not likely though, it depends on the profits on those. The crafting cost is way below at the moment, so we can go back to those and try and sell them if we can, but it's unlikely. What else have we got here? A ruined orb. That's favourite shopping leatherworking items according to that. Small elemental shard. This all looks like main enchanting things from what I can see. Thermal anvil isn't though. Pyrin bar isn't. The moats and heart of fire. Sorcerous earth probably. Thinking about it. So let's just sort through those. Anything that needs to go in there, let's organise that. So this is all my enchanting bits and pieces. I think I might get to a point somewhen when I'm doing just a guild bank for each character and just doing a TSM group and profile for that character and the professions that it needs. I'm thinking of organising how everything's going to work, but this should do me for now. I'm not sure what that is. Is that... That's Primal Earth, that should be alright. Lots of sorceress, air and earth and fire. There it goes. Reorganising all of that. Don't know what that is. Insightful Rubelite. Unique equipped, requires item level 200 plus 5 experience. That doesn't need to be there. Let's take that out. Fiery core. Not sure what that's used for. And there's a tome of tranquil minds there. I should be selling those. Don't need those. Been thinking of doing that yourself with the TSM groups. Yeah. How would that work? Would you have TSM ignore your other guild banks? You could do. Or you could just keep it all the things that each character needs in its own guild bank and then have plenty of them. It depends how much crossover there are with all the different professions. So I'm just going to have to resort that now that I've cleared out a couple of spaces. It shouldn't take too long just to shuffle those through. Just to keep it neat. And then we can put all the other things in a miscellaneous, I'm not sure where I'm going to put it, tab. Which is going to be the next few, because I've got a lot of wasted cooking stuff here, which I'll need to sort through as well. You have a separate TSM profile for each character and profession. Yep, absolutely. Yep, fish oil, we have loads of that. And we have, oh, you spotted the fish oil. Oh yeah, there you go. Well spotted. Let's just grab that. Oh, missed it. I have to wait for the sort to finish, I think. I ended up grabbing something instead. I'll wait for the fish oil to come through. There we go. Okay, let's take that out. And what did we just take out accidentally? Ruined orb. All of that looks okay. Spirit of Harmony's there. Probably need to put that somewhere. Okay, let's sort that last lot out. There we go. There's probably some other stuff in other tabs that's enchanting related, which I'll need to sort out as well. But this should do for now. So that's the tide spray, that's the enchanting, that's the tailoring. Now let's put the fell cloth in there. And now this is a load of stuff. This is a mix of Legion herbs and BFA fish, which is a bit weird putting the two together. But it's the only slot that I had a fair amount of space on. And then we've got some cooked food here. We've also got fell cloth here. We've got some more stone things here. We've got sumptuous fur here, which shouldn't be there. Spirit of Harmony's there. Golden pearl. Some more things there that shouldn't be there. And we've got some more fish here, which should go somewhere else really. I almost need a tab for just BFA fish. Looking at this, oh, there's some more silk there. And there's Arcana here, and gloom, oh, loads of gloom dust. Let's take that. And that looks like a mysterious essence. And that looks like nylon thread. Okay, reorganizing. Here we go. We'll get them. And then miscellaneous tab, there's going to be a whole load of stuff. And obviously cooking things, lean steak, there's pigment there. Spirit dust, need that. Okay. Motivating you to clear your stuff up and your TSM groups. Yeah, it's definitely worth doing. Check where you use Sorcerous Air for, perhaps time to dump it. Yeah, have a look on the Discord. You can see how Mushy organises it. That's exactly how every good Guildbank should be organised. That's an Enchanting Vellum, I'll take that. This looks like a mix of food stuff. There's some more ore there. Dumping Firewaters there. Okay. So I'm just looking for odd bits and pieces here that I probably don't need or need to put in different places. And then I might take all the fish out. Probably could do with taking the sumptuous fur out as well, because that should really be used in my tailoring more than anything else. And then I can put all the fish in one place, put the food in one place. And I might save... I might take the herbs out and send them somewhere else. Oh, here comes Oreo. You come back, Oreo. It's time for Oreo Cam, I think. There he is. Just a furry lump at the moment. Here he comes. Ah, Lockdown, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. Sorcerer's Air is multi-profession material, so has a use for your enchanting, mark of crit versatility and stuff. Okay, thank you, Alan, for the heads up on that one. That's useful to know. Okay, so some of this is tailoring that needs to come back. So nylon thread, because I do use that occasionally. And there's some more foul cloth there. So that's going to go in. The Chalderai silk's coming in. Usually have a fair amount of that. Fell cloth. And then there's all, there's some of this is mysterious essence and things like that. Oh, sumptuous fur we're going to put in here as well, just so that we've got a stock of it, because that is definitely tailoring related more than anything else for me. There we go. And enchanting needs, what have we got? Arcana. I'll take that, and the gloom dust we'll take. That can all go in, and the enchanting vellum can go in as well. And then all that's ore and various random bits. So let's do that. We can do a sort through this in a moment. Now, this is a lot of BFA herbs, which I think I don't currently need a lot of. So I think I'm going to take the fell one. I'm going to keep the fish oil in here. I'm going to take all this out, all the herbs. Let's just use /TSM get first, /TSM get ETH. Collect that up. And then Dreamleaf /TSM get Dreamleaf. I can't spell Fjarnskagel. FJARN should be enough. /TSM get FJARN. Collect that up. And that's a fox flower. /TSM get fox FL. Did I type that right? It didn't seem to work. That's alt fox F. Let's try /TSM get fox. That should be right. Did I type it wrong? There's 2 slashes. /TSM get fox. There we go. Not too bad. Coming in to give you your Prime sub. Doesn't look like you can right now. Oh, no worries, Lockdown. Just your company and your presence here is more than enough. So thank you for stopping by, nonetheless. Do you guys also play on Shadow Song? I don't know. I don't know how many people. We have got a few that are on Shadow Song. What else are we missing here? Gorgon Flytrap. Now I like to keep some of that because we use it in our thing, the Starlight Rose, in the hex weave. /TSM get Starlight. Collect up that. Collect up all of that. I do always enjoy the streams. Well, thank you very much. Very kind of you to say so. You created a new account and took a peek at Magtheridon. Okay. Auction house working well on there. Nice 50-50 split on Horde and Alliance players. Oh, okay. Interesting to know how you get on with that one. It looks like we've got some various other old herbs and things here. The seeds there. And let's just leave this for fish. Let's take all the herbs out. We'll need to sort something out with Awakening and where they're going to put those. I would like to do something with this Gorgon Flytrap that's not here. So let's just take it for the moment. We seem to have quite a lot of fish, but we also have quite a lot of herbs. I could do with an extra guild tab, really. There's the whiptail and the seed. Talador orchids, so there's a Draenor, various bits and pieces. Okay, what are we missing here? Aromatic fish oil can go in, and then we did have some midnight salmon elsewhere and some fish I saw, so we're going to take that. Maybe we can combine some of this food because we've got lots of food here. Midnight salmon can go, and we've got here, now this is some other old Legion fish that we probably don't need now. All this Cursed Queen fish, Black Barracuda and Mossgill Perch. All of these are no longer really needed, these gem chips. All of this is kind of Legion cooking ingredients. It still has a relatively decent sale price on those ones. That not so much. But what I'll do is I'll collect this all up into a fish section. So let's collect it up. And I'll put it all in fish. And then once I decide what I'm going to do with it, oops, black. Did you get those? Probably get some extra things as well, which I didn't mean to get. I can hear it doing something. Moss Gill / TSM get Moss G. That looks like a fish. High mountain salmon. Take that. Fungus eggs. What's that? Sturgeon flesh we don't need. And this is silver mackerel / TSM get silver M. And that's a fish. Rooscale koi. Back in the day when we did all of this. Oh, inventory's full. Okay. So let's just move stuff over into our fish section. Now I'll just manually pop these over. What I might do is, let's just reset new items. There we go. What I might do is do something like mail some of these Legion things over to Bridget for storage into the Samadan Plays WoW Guildbank. That way I can just clear out some of this space. Server name Shadowsong sounds nice. It does, Sparhawk. I do like it. Nix would agree. How are you? Good evening to you. Happy New Year to you too. Hope you had a great Christmas. Yeah, I think when I picked Shadowsong way back in Vanilla, it just sounded like a good server, and obviously I had no other ties, so I just went with the one that sounded good. Sparhawk was saying, Nix, that Shadowsong sounds like a good name, and I was saying I agree. What else have we got there? Am I missing something? I think that's all of them. Oh no, there it is. Red-tailed loach. And I'm looking for midnight salmon. There it is. Everything else doesn't look like a fish, so I'll leave that off. So that's all of those. Let's sort those out. Let's reorganize that. You're on Kelthalas at the moment. Oh, that's quite a nice server name as well. Quite like that one too. I've just realised with OreoCam you can't see the Guildbank being organised. Let me just move Oreo over to the side, just so we can see the guild being organised. There we go. Yes, I'm not done yet. I got a full inventory, didn't I? So I think whilst we've got stuff in our inventory, let's mail some of these Legion herbs over to Bridget for her to put into the Guildbank there. I was a bit early today. Yes, I'm thinking of trying to sort of mix up my schedule a little bit more for the new year. So I'm going to try and get on a little bit earlier when I can and try and organise things with my family. And also I was thinking of dropping the Monday so that I could spend more time on the other days streaming. And hopefully making some more YouTube content as well, so I can balance the two up. I'll see how it goes though. So that's all the fish over. Did we collect everything up? No, we didn't. There we go, silver mackerel. There we go, and oh, there's loads of red-tailed loach here. Right, let's go send. We'll come back to that. Let's come back. How do you sort the bank? Oh, thank you, Mashi. Yeah, that's how I do it. I use a sushi sort, a little add-on to organise it. Really, really useful. I do this every now and again. It's just go through and properly sort it out, like Mashi does. So let's send Aethril to Bridget. So Bridget has my other Guildbank now. Fjarnskaggle. Bridget. Foxflower to Bridget. Starlight Rose. And then keep the Gorgon Flytrap, but the Dreamleaf can go over. And I'll keep the rest. That just clears out those for the moment. Then let's head on back. You have fun when you bow to me. Oh yes, did see you earlier whilst I was doing a little bit of expulsum crafting. Okay, so let's do Redtail Loach from here. I'll pick all these up. What else have we got here? Seasoned loins. We should be selling those really. They're currently at profit. We've got absolutely loads of them in meals and desserts. Don't need them as an intermediate at the moment. Okay, so let's look at that. That's all clear. What's that? That's Storm Ray. That's another fish. That needs to go in. And raw sagefish is another fish. And there's a rune scale koi. Eggs are there. And then that's looking all like the cooked prepared food. Oh no, we can put our seasoned loins in there. Okay, so let's put the fish in here. Let's do all that. You're in my shadow. Well, we've had some really good sales of Sinister Gear, so it's really worth keeping on top of. Oh, did I miss a carp? Well spotted. Let's go back to it. Besides the long boy, have I purchased any big items in game? Nothing yet, although we are approaching 1 million again, so maybe there's some consideration. Whoops, that's wrong one. For the spider mount, perhaps. I left the golden carp behind. Okay, thank you, Mushy. I'll go have a look, see if I can get that. There's that, there's that. There's the Storm Ray. That's everything in the bag. What did we miss? Can't see it. That's the pate. Got some there. You made 40k today with Sand Sifter. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Right, that seasoned loins, cooked food, needs to go into the cooked food section, as does the lower loaf. Although we should really just be selling these, there's no point holding on to them. Or maybe put a few of these on. And that's cooking stuff. Let's take all the cooking stuff out of here, because this is a miscellaneous group if ever I saw it. Oh, that's enchanting stuff. That's Drainic dust. Right, let's clear this up. I am currently cleaning my Guildbank. Yes, Nix, we are reorganising, making things much more like Mushy's bank, which is amazingly organised. So we're just going to throw the miscellaneous stuff in here, but for now we're concentrating on things like meat and stuff going in here. And there's those stringy loins can go in here. OCD approved. Yeah, absolutely. That's the aim anyway at the end of this. Drainic dust can go in here. We'll do a sushi sort on all of these. So the cooked food, I'm going to put some of these seasoned loins in, but we would also like to sell some of these, so I'm going to just put those in a group to sell. And oh, there's black dye there that needs to go into tailoring. I would like to put Gorgon Flytrap in here really, but I'm going to have to put it in the miscellaneous herbs section elsewhere. What else have I got here? There's a mysterious essence there. That needs to go into here. And that needs to go into there. Golden Pearl is actually a tailoring thing. Where have I been keeping that? I'll keep it in here because it is used for tailoring. And that's a fell, that's a herb. And that's a fish, so that needs to go into there. And then we've got lots of ores and things here. Okay. So let's just do a little sort through. There we go. Let's just do... What's that mysterious essence doing? Oh, that is enchanting. Yeah, okay. Let's do a sort of that. There we go. Ah, Kazdak, thank you very much for the follow. The golden pearls are also for blacksmithing. Is it? Okay. So you need another guild. Yes, definitely. Dang it, he's not going to get it. Oh, what did I miss? The carp. Did I miss it again? I'm missing it, definitely. What colour am I looking at? Gold. You said golden. I was looking for it somewhere. I'll have another closer look once we do the next run through. Let's just do these, and then I'll come back to it. I don't want to upset your OCD, Mushy, definitely. We'll make sure we get it all organised properly. This is kind of maintenance. Cooking ingredient tab, first column. Cooking ingredient tab, first column, about 2 from the bottom. Okay, well, thank you. Okay, cooking ingredients. Aha! Big mountain goldfish, thank you. I did not recognise that one. Let's pop it in the right place. There we go. Okay, let's sort out. So that's cooked ingredients, various ingredients. Let's do a sushi sort on that. A lot of this I may not need anymore. Just say we need one to help another guild. Thank you, Nix, very kind of you. I think I'll be transferring people over to maybe Samadan plays WoW, so I've got a couple of spreads of professions over the 2 guilds, and then have a look from there. Caesar Adams, thank you very much for the follow. There's a loin in BFA, is there? Okay, let's have a look. In herbs, BFA fish. In that one. That's the only BFA thing I've got labelled, isn't it? Yeah, okay. See, I rely on your eagle eyes to help me spot these things. Best to move loins. The seasoned loins, yeah, I want to sell these ideally. Can't get low on space, absolutely. Hey, Portneaster, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Did I have one in here? I didn't see one. There's the ingredients. That's all the miscellaneous one. All the raw loins. These ones. Hold on, where are we? Here we are. Stringy loins. We got those ones. Those are in my cooking ingredients at the moment. Which I think should be fine there. And then the seasoned loins. These ones in the cooked food, which is this one. Do I farm these mats or buy them when they are cheap in the auction house? I pretty much, there we go. Yeah, they are there, those ones. Okay. The rest is all older. Oh, right, I see. Yeah, I'm keeping... All of this is Legion stuff, isn't it? So, I'm not doing it BFA expansion at the moment. I'm doing whether it's cooked or whether it's raw ingredients at the moment. Although why the Nagrand arrow blooms there? Shouldn't be there. So the raw ingredients for the moment are staying there for now, and then I can clear that out later, and then all the cooked stuff is here. Well, that's an ingredient though, isn't it? That's a vendor ingredient. Spiced rib roast, rhino dogs. Those are useful if you're ever doing the chef's hat daily in Dalaran. Same as the chilled meat. Okay, and we've got the delicious chocolate cake for next time. So let's sort through that tab. Cooking needs a bit of an reorganise. I don't think it's quite ready there. Stringy loins belong next to haunch meat. The haunch meat is raw. Ah, okay. Meaty haunch, this one. Okay, I'm with you now. Cooking would need its own postcode. Yeah. Okay, so let's organise that. Let's take these out and put the meaty haunch in with the stringy loins. And everything else can go over. There's the stringy loins there as well, isn't there? Well spotted. Okay, we'll wait for the sort to finish. And we'll take this lot out. The ideal would be to sell some of this or get rid of it. Some of it's seasonal, some of it is useless now that we've moved on from Legion. And the same with some of this stuff as well. But we also could do with selling some of this if we can. Briny flesh is raw as well. Okay. Because like a good restaurant, we need to keep our raw ingredients away from our cooked ingredients. That's the theory. Fresh potatoes can go in there. And what's that? Coffee. Where would I put that coffee? I say that would be cooked. It's already freshly made. Not sure what I'm going to do with that, but let's pop it in. And we've also got some lower loaf here that is currently underpriced. What was the other thing we had in here? Was it salt and pepper, roasted beef? Barracuda Mogla is not going to be useful. Where are we missing here? Roasted beef, pickled storm ray, Suramar surf and turf, tasty cupcake, seasoned loins, hungry magister, briny flesh. There we go. Briny flesh can come out of there and into here, which is now over here. Right, okay. We're getting somewhere now. Let's dump over the stuff that we don't need at the moment or don't know what we're going to do with yet. The ores, the various bits of herbs, bits of leather, things I'm not sure what I'm going to do with. Got various things there that I just want to keep hold of for now. Durable flux, that's not really anything, is it? But it's blacksmith thing, so we'll put it in for now. And rubellite, and that, and that. Do you spread the cooking stuff? I can help you with the part you don't need. Okay. The bank needs to be empty too. Okay, I won't do the bank at the same time because I know my bank is also a mess and it's full of reagent stuff. But we'll just do the guild for now because obviously I don't want to spend the entire stream just sorting things and organising things. But at least we can get the guild bank organised, and then you don't need to see the bank for the moment whilst I organise all of this. Let's put the Spirit of Harmony in there as well. There's loads of that at the moment. So that we're going to try and sell. Tone Tranquil Mind could probably try and sell. Don't know if it does sell. 88 gold. Let's try that. And let's just go through and do a quick sort on that lot. Oh, the briny flesh. Did I pop that in? Yes, I did. There it is. I can't stop the sort now, unfortunately, but once it comes through, I'll grab that and take it out. There's Oreo. Oreo's fluffy paws. Oh, Mr. Deadfellow, thank you very much. For 5 months in a row. Hello there, Mr. Goblin. Hello there back. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. Merry Christmas to you. I hope you've enjoyed the festivities. Let's see some chef's hats for Mr. Deadfellow. Thank you very much for your continued support. Really appreciate it. There we go. Okay. One slightly more organised Guildbank. Let's just take that briny flesh out before I forget. I've lost it. Where is it? There it is. Briny flesh out of there and into ingredients. Pop that in there. Okay. And then we got that. Then we got that. We got tailoring, enchanting, and tide spray, and then miscellaneous. There we go. For how long? Not very long at all. I'm sure I'm going to be messing that up. It's very nearly OCD approved. Probably need to do another couple of sorts on a few things, but it'll do for now. Oh, did I miss some sailor's pie? Okay, let me just see if this is going to go into a group to be sold. Meals and desserts. Yeah, that's in meals and desserts. Let's see if we can put these on the market. Doing great. New car, baby on the way. Got a raise at work, so things are looking good. Oh, many congratulations, Mr. Deadfellow, on all of those. Congratulations. Sounds like everything's going well. Need to get Mushy in the guild to organise it. Yeah. Okay, so what have we got here? Everything's on. Let's do a post scan. I think everything's selected. Yep. Okay, let's see how much cooking stuff we can put on with our current stuff we have. So we've currently just got a sleeping Oreo. Let me just move the camera a little bit so you can see sleeping Oreo a bit more as he's upside down. There we go. Sorry, Harry, didn't mean to scare you. Stretchy cat. There we go. Oreo belly rub. Yeah. He's just enjoying lazing out at the moment. My cookie's just in the background here. Okay, so we got some lower loaf going on. Cost me 107 to make. I'm going to put it on for 114. And seasoned loins cost me 252 to make. I'm going to put them on for 397. And then that black diamond and the seal of haste and versatilities are going on. I can't make the price that they're going on for, so I don't think they're really going to sell at that price. I'll just pop them on for now, and we can come back to that. I did miss streaming. It felt strange playing World of Warcraft with no one else watching. It was very strange, but what I did do is I ended up doing a lot of the storyline. So where I'm at now is I've done the whole chapters now of Tiragard Sound, except for just this Roughnecks one. So I've done all of this. I still have a little bit of Drustvar to do, quest lines. Storyline wise, I am currently on 6 of 10 chapters of that. I still have a little bit more of the war campaign to do. Reputation wise, I've done quite well. I now have revered in everybody except for Champions of Azeroth, which means profession wise, my enchanting, let me just clear that queue. My enchanting is looking very healthy with a lot of 3 stars here, although Sinister Combatant Sorceress Scepter is only at rank 2, and for completeness I'd like to get the Honourable one up to rank 3 as well, so that means another 6 marks of honour, which that's very true. We're going to have to do some more PvP. which I'm absolutely fine with. Stretchy Oreo, yes, definitely. So I check current prices of which one? Market is upside down. All holiday. Yeah, there was a fair amount of activity over the holidays. He did play well off stream. He cheated. Yep. I did play some WoW. It was good fun, but it wasn't quite the same. So that's almost everything except for a couple of lower loaves. So let's pop those back on. Did I check the sand shifter? No, I hadn't actually. Nice to see my map filling. Yeah, absolutely. It's good to actually play the storyline. That was good fun. So cooked food is going to pop in this lower loaf. How is the sand shifter? Where is sand shifter? Silver mackerel, sand shifter. Currently looking at 24 gold. Okay, well that looks like it's worth putting on. I've got 865. That's for the Azeroth power. Okay, so what I would do in this case is, how many do we need to turn in? Is it 20 or is it 30? Let's take a few of them. Let's pop them over. Stacks of 30. So let's do 2 stacks of 30 for a good price. I haven't been watching the hand-ins actually. That's one thing I have missed in terms of opportunities for gold making. So I'll just do a quick post up. Where's my bags gone? There they are. Sand shifter, shopping search. Yeah, so currently at 19 for stacks of 20. Here we go. And actually, you say stacks of 30. So stacks of 30 are up here at 48. If I was going to do that, so I'll post in here. Do 2 stacks of 30. Probably just 24 hours. Let's post those on. See what they go for. And Star Moss is the other one. Okay. What's my price on Deep Sea Bag at the moment? I would say, let's have a look. Deep Sea Bag is coming in, my crafting cost is coming at 465. So it's a 384 profit at the moment. I have 8 already on the auction house. So we'll have to see what kind of sales we get there. Only 12 hours left. Okay. I don't think I've got any Star Moss. Just to double check. Yeah, good plan. I haven't tried selling any embroidered deep sea bags, but that's because I don't have any Hydra core. So I need to do... you'd have all the info to hand on the TSM tooltips. Do we have that on the tooltips? That would be very useful if it is. Sand shifter. Can you get your expulsum strings for the tailor part? Yes, certainly, Nix. Let me just go and collect that up. So, tailoring, TSM, crafting reports, materials, expulsum. So the expulsum string currently prices at 469. So this will all use Tide Spray linen. I'll paste that into chat. There we go. Just stretch my legs out. Right, so let's have a think about what else we're going to do. Why? So let's put this sand shifter back. Keep everything sorted and organised. Meanwhile, Oreo's just rolling his way out the room. Where's my bags? Sand shifter there, back in its slot. And there we go. Oh, you meant the info in general. How many on auction house current price? Okay, right. Okay. Moving tailoring off your demon hunter, but demon hunter's way faster to farm than any other class you found. Interesting. Oh, did I miss something else? Let me just scroll up. Only after Northrend. Okay. Where do you post this string into in TSM for Expulsum? So if you go into a profession, any profession that uses Expulsum, although they're all up here in because you haven't got all professions here. So you go into, you've got crafting reports, and then you've got crafts and materials. So you click on the materials side, and then if you do a search, if you just type in EXP, it will come up, press enter, and you'll see Expulsum there. And then you can put in a price string for Expulsum, so which is where you copy and paste in this, which is using 10 times the average buy price of Tide Spray Linen, which is this item code here, plus 4 times the vendor buy price of nylon thread, which is here, which is what you need to make one Tide Spray bracer. And on average, you get 1 Expulsum from every 6.5 Tide Spray bracers when you scrap them. So the cost of your Expulsum is based on the price it costs you to make a Tide Spray Linen bracer times 6.5. That's kind of the mathematics behind that. So thanks to Jack the Dipper, who sadly isn't playing WoW anymore, but it was him that started that string off. So Burning Crusade are not affected by the scavenger thing. Oh, that's useful to know. I forget which ones can do the scavenger and not. Burning Crusade is always nice. Oh, there's a 4 Bloods of Sargeras there, in case I need them. That's handy. What would we need? Word of Intellect. Let's go over and do that. He came in to come to the stream yesterday. Oh, excellent. I have to catch up on the VOD. Good to see he's still around, though. That's good. Hope he's doing well. So we need Word of Intellect. Okay, so let's make one of those. Crafting, not Cultiran. Word of, is that a ring? Mark of, Word of Intellect. There it is, it's a cloak. Okay, let's queue one of those up. We need Enchanting Vellum and Leylight Shard, obviously. So let's go to the Guildbank and get those. And we'll craft when profitable, which will mean let's head on back. Sort that out. There we go. Strings only valid for tailoring. Amend it for the item ID in leatherworking, then that's your profit too. Yes, exactly. You can add the leatherworking items in there as well and do an average between the two. Where's my task list? Let's just pick that up. Enchanting, open task list. Oh, Oreo's gone. Oh, he's coming back. Are you coming back, Oreos? It's like Cookie's just mangling the sofa instead. Let's move that way, just in case. Okay, so let's just go here. Okay, Clive, thank you ever so much for stopping by. Happy New Year to you. I hope to see you again very soon. Your Expulsum is much simpler. 55 average buy of Tide Spray Linen. Basically, you have 6.5 crafts per Expulsum. You get cloth back for scrapping. You did much scrapping and the maths to get it. It's close enough for you. Off by a few gold, but based on the nylon thread not being in the string. Yeah, it's fair enough devoting. It doesn't really matter too much. As long as you can do a ballpark, that certainly works. Okay, so we need some Chaos Crystal and some Vellum. And then from that, I should be able to make my ley lights out of my Chaos Crystals. So let's switch over to this and do Chaos Shatter. All 6 of those. Oh, I like this. Level 119 Beast. The pet. That's nice. Okay, so that's done, that's done. So therefore we can make the thing we want to make. Close off the task list. Oops, close the wrong window. Let's bring Enchanting back up. Crafting, Word of Intellect. Now we can head on over blacksmith's not that cheap, is it? Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't got into blacksmithing yet. I'd like to. And then over here, need to go and do this. Yeah, Cookie's still just in the corner, so she's doing all right at the moment. Okay, word of intellect. Give me the extra blood of Sargeras. I'll probably need that at some point. Okay, so I think it's about time we headed over to Borealis and see what's on in that sense and what else we need to do. So I'm going to take a quick break for a moment whilst I hearthstone over, and then I should be back presently. Some water. Right, we're back. Right, what have we got? Okay, let's have a look. What did I miss out on? Cookie cam. I'll just point it up a little bit. Oh yes, we could do that actually. Just move it up a little bit. There we go. We can just see Cookie in the distance. Slow, but you do sell for the blacksmith sinister gear. Oh, that's good. Leatherworking isn't good sellers compared to tailor stuff. Yeah, it's a bit strange, really, isn't it? I haven't done leatherworking yet. I'd like to be rounded out and have them all. That's for sure. Okay, so let's have a look at the map. See where we're at in terms of any potential things we could get. Oreo's back. right into the camera this time. You're swapping your Demon Hunter for tailoring from tailoring to leatherworking. Hope it works in your realm. Hopefully. Good luck, definitely. Oh, we've got a world boss here to do. Oh, lockdown. Thank you very much. It worked now. Oh, excellent. Thank you very much for using your Prime 3 months in a row. That's amazing. Thank you very much. Let's see some chef's hats for lockdown. Thank you for your continued support. Really appreciate it. Very kind of you. So I think we'll do this world boss. We might as well see if we can get some things from that. So let's do this. Oh, you're right down here, are you? Okay. So let's start with that. And marks of honour to get tailoring. So many marks are on to get tailoring moved and leatherworking up and running. Hopefully honourable patterns as well as sinister. Yeah, there's a lot of marks of honour if you're going to do them all. You haven't done the world boss in a while. Shame on you. It takes some remembering. There's so much to do. I always forget. Both leatherworker and tailor do well on sinister. Bit hard in the expulsum. Yeah, exactly. Bonus roll. Yeah, good point actually. Let's go back and get one. Just so that we can make sure we can get something. Let's use gold for this. One of those. And let's try another one for 5,000. Okay, there we go. Those collected. Then we'll go fly on over. We probably do with doing this as well actually. What have we got here? One completed, so we can go back for those momentarily, but let's go over here first. So, nearest flight path. Not very near at all. Let's do this one, I guess. And we'll go for the run round. Or we can go up here and round here. I've got a feeling this might be quicker. Let's go for this one. So that way I should get the bonus roll, hopefully. Went through 200 expulsum in your tailor. Wow, that's a lot. It takes quite a while to get the expulsum. You had the same pile of tide spray. Yeah, that's where all the tide spray goes, that's for sure. Okay, so let's head on over. See where this lands. You're getting an extreme Oreo close-up camera at the moment. Let's see if I can move him back a little bit. There you go. And you can focus on Oreo's face. He's just looking non-impressed. We can probably move him over actually. Let's come back over this side, Oreo, to where you normally sat. There we go. Oh, sorry, Devoting. I completely forgot about the long boy mug. I will sort that out very soon, over the next couple of days. Thank you for the reminder. I'd completely forgotten about that. Yes, I'll definitely get that sorted. It won't take me too long. Right, we're going to need to head to the left a bit once we've done this. Where are we at map-wise? Okay, we're just down here, then we'll head round. I'm thinking around that escarpment and up here should be fine. That should work. You run several council scans on the sinister gear a day. Do you, Mushy? Do you find you get some much better sales as a result? Because I've just been letting mine go for the 48 hours and then come back. Oh, you were about to purchase it when it was up, and then like 10 minutes later saw my YouTube saying it was up. So, oh, right, yeah. Absolutely. Oh, okay. Interesting to know. I'm not sure I've seen that much activity. Right, where are we gonna... How do we get there? Let's go up this way. Let's work out the best way round. Go through this cold area. Okay, Sparhawk. Well, thank you ever so much for stopping by. I'm going to just work my way round here. I think this should be fine. If I don't see you before, Sparhawk, Happy New Year to you. think this should be okay. Have done this area before. Oh god, there's big things here. Let's move around this side, hopefully. Oh, and someone's bought the sand shifter. There we go. Thank you, Mushy, for that advice. One nice sale. Right, now, best way up here without falling down the mountain. I ideally want to get a bit higher. Is there a pass up here though? I can't see one. Let's try going up. I don't think I'm gonna get a route through here. Okay. Oh, only going to make a cover. Oh, okay. No worries. Oh, what's this? Looks like a path anyway, so we'll carry on this way. I don't think I've been around here before. It's always nice to explore somewhere new, along with the goats. Post them all day, but run cancel scans as soon as you see your competitors go offline. Oh, here it is. Okay, we need to find a group for this, most likely. So let's go through this. I do find you need to be active with Sinister during the time when your faction is attacking in war fronts. People try to get their eye level up to queue for it. Oh, really? I've heard that mentioned before. It's interesting that people just wait right for the last minute for it. Let's try this one. Sign up. And is the combat in progress? Or are we waiting? Looks like we're waiting. Okay, let's go through here. There we go. It's your faction as since it is all horde split, you can only sell to your faction. Is that... Oh, really? I didn't know that with the Sinister gear. Looks like this is finished. So let's find another group. Let's leave the party.
A massive stone construct
and
mountains nearby. We have to
let's
take it
try
down
this one.
On the people of
If we can get in. Let's close that down. And watches Mr. Potato. There we go.
We have to take it down before
where is it? Ah, that's quite good. Let's at least get some damage in. Let's help out someone. Let's give everyone some health. And then let's do some other things like that. There we go. There's a big Alliance logo on them. Ah, right, I hadn't spotted that. Interesting. Interesting. So, with, I believe Shadow Song is fairly Alliance heavy, so that's a good thing. But obviously, that's something to bear in mind if there's if you're on the other side. And also, you could sell to the other side and maybe get better prices for something. That's an interesting thought. Yeah, everyone seems to be doing all right on this one. Hopefully I'll get a... There we go.
Well done.
So, what did we get? We didn't get anything there. So, let's roll again. Artifact power. Not so great. Oh well. Right, let's remember, move out of the way before you leave the group. Otherwise, I'll end up going into combat. And then we can leave the party alright. There we go. Fantastic. Okay, so that's done. Let's have a look what else we could do. So, there's our Blood of Sargeras. That's all done. So, thinking of things we can do at this point. Restocking of our items. cooking could do with being looked at a little bit, perhaps. We also have marks of honour to get for the Enchanting. We could also consider thinking about other characters as well at this point. You know, things like Awakening, getting them leveled up and looking at the herbalism. Because we're in a fairly strong position with Samadan now. A lot of this stuff needs to be done in my own time, really. Azeroth wise, let's have a look on this side. There's nothing else really to collect. The other thing I would probably quite like to do is try out a few of the dungeons, because in terms of dungeons, the only thing I've done is Shrine of the Storm. I've never experienced any of these dungeons yet, which is a shame, really. So I'd like to do that. I mean, raid wise, I haven't even looked at raids, so there's still a lot of stuff to go on. Eye of the Storm, be prepared for a whole new enlightening experience. Could this give me some extra marks of honour this way doing the brawl? Okay. My Tortolan rep, that's a good point actually. We haven't quite gotten to Exalted yet. So if we look at my cooking, we haven't quite got all the rank 3s because we need to wait for the work orders to come through. I've been looking out for those. Pickled Possum, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome on board. So this, for the wild berry bread, we need Exalted for. And obviously the... you can't quite see that there. Let's move on up. And obviously here the Sanguinated Feast. Not that I have any Sanguicel, but we need Exalted for that as well. And the same with the Borealis Blood Sausage. So we need Exalted there as well. Malpravus, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. So there is some Tortolan rep to get from that point of view. Cooking is a bit hit and miss, as you can see here with the profits as they stand. Bountiful Feast, that's a good point actually. I did sell some. I still have 20 on the auction house at the moment, so we could probably do with restocking some of those. Swamp Fish and Chips seems to be in a good place at the moment. Do I have some of those on the auction house? No, I don't. At 32 gold, that's quite a good point. It's at 80 gold there, so even at 47, that should be just to be alright. Commander Bond, how are you? Happy holidays to you. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a great Christmas. And looking forward to the new year. And there we go, look at that. As Sensors was saying, Bear Tartar is 38 gold there. So there's some interesting things we could do here gold making wise. Awakening has some in the bank, as does Earthen, and Bridget has some as well. Maybe I could collect up that Bear Tartar and do something with that. Fast moving personal food for the haste buff. So Swamp Fish and Chips looks like it could be a contender. Alright, okay. Let's look at some cooking. Let's see what we can do with that. Can't hurt to sell it, absolutely. So, let's head back to Dalaran, because we're going to need to be hopping in between the Guildbank and the regular bank for this. Turellian, how are you? Good evening. Hope you're doing well. Happy New Year. A bit early, but good to catch me in, because this is my last stream of 2018. I can't believe that. This is my first whole year of streaming, and I couldn't have asked for sort of a better company. So I'm really, really pleased to have met all you wonderful people while streaming. So I thought I'd get that in early. Right, so we'll stay here. Lots of driving, but meant lots of visiting folks. Excellent. Thank you, Commander Bond. Glad you got to see lots of people. So we're going to just go over... Am I wearing a neutral t-shirt? This one is... Now I can't remember what this symbol says. It either says go or turtle on this one. I can't remember the kanji for it. It's based off Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, okay, so let's pop over and pick up that bear tartar and send it over to Samadan. So Awakening had some, Earthen had some, and Bridget had some. So excuse the transmog, I do apologise. So we're going to go through and sort a few things out on this front and then have a look at cooking and see what we can do in terms of restocks. Maybe have a look at the TSM group itself, make sure that everything's covered so that we've got something in each one. I was hidden behind the mic. It was like I was wearing a boring red shirt. Yeah, that's very unlike me. All my shirts have some sort of pattern on them. Alright, where are we at Awakening? Have you got your bear tartar somewhere? This is not OCD approved, so look away now at this Guildbank. This is a whole load of stuff in here. Bear tartar. Right, I'll quickly close that down. And we'll mail that to Samadan. Don't think I've got anything going on at the moment. So this is what I need to do, is build up my other characters whilst things are happening. Where did that bear tartar go? There it is. Oh no, I didn't mean to drink it. Whoops. I meant to put that in the send items. There we go. Not drink it, eat it. You don't drink bear tartar. Well, that's one wasted. Let's send that to Samadan. Send mail. There we go. So much to do in so little time. Exactly. There's never enough time to do everything. Right, okay, so let's pop out and go over to Earthen. You made 20 feet a day. If it sells, 40k in the pocket. Very nice. Yeah, that's a good thing about the feasts, is they do command a nice, healthy profit. So next on to Earthen. So none of these characters I'm relisting at the moment, so they're fairly blank as far as it goes, which is a bit of a waste. But there's a load bear tartar here. This backpack is also not OCD approved, so send that lot to Samadan. There we are. And then we'll log out. And we might as well go over to Bridget and collect up the things she had. You find a lot of guilds take a break from raiding, but we'll hit it again next week and push for the curve before the 22nd. Oh, is 22nd when the new one comes out? Yeah, good point. So they can get the ahead of the curve achievement. I don't play that much on the characters. Exactly, Nix. That's the thing. Is they're getting very little playtime these days. But I would like to. I would like to come back to them. I feel like Samadan is in a good place now, so that's definitely a thing to do. Right, so here's my new Guildbank. Not quite organised yet. Haven't quite got enough gold for that. And let's have a look. Goldbank wise. Where's the bear tartar? Not in here. There's a few things in there that need to be moved around. Are they on my regular? No, they're not there either. Okay. So you didn't have any bear tartar. Well, let's open up the mail anyway, because you're going to have loads. Where are we? Oh, we're in that part of Stormwind. Okay. Let's head around here to this mailbox. And go to my inbox. And let's collect up all the stuff. You play on a low pop server, struggle really at the moment to sell anything, trying to fill up your banks with herbs. Okay, so when the new raid comes out. Still new to Goldmaking, still trying to learn what sells and what doesn't. Okay. That's why you're not lowering any of your prices, yeah, because of the raids stuff coming out. That's a good plan, Mushy. Battle Potion of Agility. Okay, could be an interesting one. If you need more tabs on the other banks, might be able to help me get a few more. Okay, thank you, Nix. I think I've got in the default ones for the moment seem to be enough. So I'm okay at the moment. But thank you for the offer. We're currently just running through everything. I can see myself filling up my inventory with everything. A lot of this stuff is my son's stuff that I need to put somewhere safe. Okay, thank you, Nix. Yeah, in terms of... oops, wrong button. In terms of finding things to sell, I mean, I'm not a... I mean, getting the herbs is a good thing. I mean, selling the herbs, do you have much... Sells for 282 a piece on your server. Okay. Will the command TSM put herbs work? I'm not sure whether it does it with categories. We could try that. It would be nice because I've got a whole load of stuff here. I mean, I could just do a /TSM put, let's try it, herbs. No, it doesn't seem to like that. What I need to do is put these all in somewhere. I'm not going to go through this just yet. I was looking for bear tartar. I don't want to get sucked into another rabbit hole. There we go. There's the bear tartar. Bridget has that lot. Oh, I've just eaten some again, haven't I? No, I put it in the Guildbank. There we go. Let's take that and let's mail that over. Think you feed the raiders with feast and flasks. That could be a good start on current content. Yep. If you're farming your own mats, that way you can kind of keep an eye on your own mat costs, as it were. Oh look, someone wants to sign the guild charter. If anyone's on Kel'Thuzad and wants to help out Dark Spartans, I know what that's like. Right, let's send that to Samadan. Send that. Okay. Oh, I won't go and organise that stuff yet. We'll come back to Bridget another time. Alright, back to Samadan. Let's have a look. That's your plan. Herbing and mining on your alt, so just filling up your banks so you have plenty when the raid opens. I cleaned up my bank. Was that the new bank? Bullywolf, that is the new guild bank. Bridget is now joined the guild of Samadan Plays Well. But that needs organising. We've just been organising the Trader Joe's guild bank, which is looking a lot healthier now at the moment. Which we can go and collect up some stuff in a moment. But let's have a look at this bear tartar. Oh, we sold a Shadowweed mask as well. Very nice. So let's collect up that. So, what we need to do now... Agent Rusky, how are you? Happy New Year to you too. If I don't see you before then, I hope you've had good holidays so far. We are currently just going through and looking at cooking is our next in our professional list. So, in terms of... There's a few things that are a profit. A few things we haven't made yet. So what we really need to do is have a look at our group for cooking and maybe reorganize it a little bit here, because we've got the BFA, but I've been moving everything into its own professions at the moment because I think that's the way I'm going to split things in the future. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, all the cooking's there anyway, so fishing's there, don't need that. So let's make cooking its own group. So let's move that up into the base group. And let's look at cooking. So we have aromatic fish oil, which I'm not currently selling. It's got a sale price of 7 gold. Your wife made you a Pierre for Xmas? You love his clinking sounds. Yeah, absolutely. The clinking is absolutely brilliant. The old chink 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 of Pierre. The aromatic fish oil is okay, but the problem I have with aromatic fish oil is it's quite expensive to list, and it hasn't sold for me very well. Obviously my average purchase price is only 3 gold, and it's currently going for 7 gold 65. It does have a sale rate of 0.63, so it's probably worth picking up. So I've got a 200 pretty stack at the moment is my operation, which could be why you sold loads of aromatic fish oil on your server before Christmas. Okay, that's good to know. I wonder what I could do here. I could maybe not pretty stack it, but I like the idea of pretty stacking something, especially like aromatic oil. So maybe I look at all the fish costs and convert them to oil if the fish is super cheap. Yes, there is that, Morrat. That's a good point. I think a lot of the time the fish is pretty cheap. Some fish can come in cheaper, yeah. Not all fish. Some fish are quite cheap for me. I remember looking at them before. Let's just have a quick look at that now whilst we're considering this. And so we have cooking. We have, where was the fishing? Fish. Let's have a look at the fish. And I think that's most of them. I think there may be a couple in the Captain Feast ingredients. Fish oil's 25 gold, yeah. On your server, fish oil is 5 gold. Okay, so there we go. There's Great Sea Catfish coming at 6.99. So if someone was of a mind, there we go. There's Lane Snapper at 5 gold 40. And, Tide Spray Linen, we've got BFA mats coming in here as well. Let's just stop that and take that off. BFA mats. We can just look at the fish that way. Gives advice putting /use fish name into TSM macros, so you can just scroll, convert them. Oh, interesting. Always handy. Started the turn-ins with 4,000 sand shifters. Very nice. So sand shifter there is at 19 gold. That's at 6 gold. That's at 5 gold. So not necessarily, I mean, if we look at aromatic fish oil, so it's coming in at 7 gold 65. If I were to pretty stack it, I'll be putting it right down here at the 200 stack for 10 gold exactly. Which I could try selling, but there's so many other ones here that I'm not sure whether I would make it through all of this lot and sell it. I mean, even if I did sell it for 7 gold 65, that'd be better than my current average purchase price, and there's nothing I'm currently doing with the aromatic fish oil. You never pay much for the fish, you just buy it always if it goes under your bait fish. Yeah, exactly. I think that's a good way of doing things. I'm not really been in the fish market, as it were.
If you find anything
So I wonder what I'm going to do with this. It makes sense to me to have at least some. Yeah, let's combine that. Ah, that new, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Not in my current cooking at the moment, but that may change actually. That's a good point. What does use aromatic fish oil? Let's just switch to the standard. So the cold tiramisu, lower loaf, Bondazzi, ravenberry tarts, wildberry bread, the seasoned potatoes use it, the brass blood sausage uses it, and the sanguinated feast uses it. Currently. So from looking at that, it's worth keeping hold of for the moment, just from a restocking point of view. Okay, so let's leave that aromatic fish oil. So going back to the group that we're looking at, we don't really need to be selling any at the moment, so we can probably keep that if we did want to sell some, but at the moment we're okay. So let's move on. Materials, we've got cooking mats, we've got the Captain Feast ingredients, which is here. Frenzied Fangtooth, Meaty Haunch, Redtail Loach, Stringy Loins. Those have got a shopping operation to them. We also have Fusaka and Wildflower in a vendor flip, which do sell occasionally. And then feast-wise, we have the Captain's Feast and the Galley Banquet. Now these have its own posting operation on there of 5, 10s and 1s. I've not been putting them on for 20s. And Galley Banquets I've been doing for 5, 10s and 1s. And I'm making 10 of the Galley Banquet if they're profitable, and 55 of the Captain's Feast if they're profitable. Then moving over to meals and desserts. I don't think I've got everything in here at the moment, because I was messing around with Cold Tiramisu and I missed it. Cold Tiramisu and Mondazi are on their own mailing operations, which we don't need anymore now, actually. So we could probably get rid of these as groups, actually, and just have meals and desserts as one. Let's take that and take that, and let's just split this up a little bit. Okay. Fangtooth is 59 gold at the moment. Okay. So many bots on the servers you're on. Low fish of 50 silver. Wow. That is very, very cheap. How does auctioning work with the 3 groups of feasts? Does it fill in the 10s first, then move down to the 5s, and so on? Yes, exactly. It does that. I think it does it in the order that you put them in. I have usually with my cooking operations, like this one, the 5s, I don't have allow partial stack on for them, so that they just do for in this case, like 9 stacks of 5, and splits it how it can on that. So for something like that, the meals and desserts, it's going to do it in 5s first, then 1s. There's only 4 of 1s I seem to remember, and then it'll do it in 10s and 20s if I've got enough of them. And crafting wise, let's look at a crafting operation for this, for meals and desserts. Let's try something relatively high. Actually no, let's keep it low for the moment. Let's try 15 of each. That should get me at least a few. I want to get up a few more though, but I'm just experimenting at the moment. So what's in meals and desserts at the moment? Honey glazed haunches, lower loaf, ravenberry tarts, sailor spice, seasoned loins, and spice snapper. So we're missing the cold tiramisu and the Mondazi. Let's have a look at this and compare the two. Let's just close Oreo Cam for the moment, so I've got enough screen space. There we go. So we're going to look at the cooking at the same time as my groups. And swamp fish and chips, yeah, that's the one I definitely want. So meals and desserts. I mean, I really should have one of everything on, because things like this, like the honey pot pie, seems to be quite good, even though the sale rate's not that great. So we probably need to split this a bit more. So let's look at this, and we want to do large meals. So let's edit this. Large meals. And then let's make a new group. I'm going to call this one desserts. And then we're going to make another one, which is light meals. There we go. Is that because they're in my banquet section? No, I don't think they are at the moment. I think I removed them earlier. I've just got the galley banquet and that one in there. So large meals. We want honey glazed haunches, yes. Lower loaf needs to go into desserts, so let's take that one out. And the Ravenberry tarts need to come out. Sailor's pies in the large meal. Seasoned loins. Seasoned loins are down there in the light meal, so that doesn't need to be in there. No, wrong one. Seasoned loins and spice snapper is in the large meal, so let's remove those. Then we need to queue up a few things and pop them in. So we need to make some swamp fish and chips, just so we've got some of those. We don't have any seasoned steak and potato, and it's not currently profitable. But in order to complete this list, I'm going to make one anyway. Spice snappers in there, honey glazed haunches in there. And the Branus blood sausage we can't make because I don't have any sanguicel, so that's out of that one. And then light meals, seasoned loins, I think we have some. Yes, they're already on. They're in the guild vault, and there's some on the auction house at the moment. Honey pot pie, let's make one of those. And the grilled catfish is, there's 3 in the guild vault, so let's collect up some of these and make some of these. So whilst I remember this, we'll just work this out. Okay. You can post like 20, 15, 10, 5. Yeah, definitely. You can mix it around the order that you want TSM to do it in. Marsba, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing well. So just going through and looking at cooking at the moment. So cooked food. Let's pick up some lower loaf whilst we're here, and some seasoned loins. So we have some, and also some mondazi whilst I have it. Do I not have any cold tiramisu? I thought I had loads of it. Oh, I know where it is. Okay, this is not OCD approved, so please look away at my bank.
What can I do for you?
And there's Tide spray in here as well, so watch out for that. And my reagent bank's even worse. That's the reagent bank. But we'll not look at that. We'll look at the nice, clean Guildbank. Good evening, Bullseye. How are you? Happy New Year to you too. Hope you're doing well. How many times do you have to look away? Well, we'll try and keep it to a minimum. We need a Pierre here, eventually. And, okay, so we're going to make these. We also need to, let's just gather up what we need there. So, let's take the task list. And collect from the Guildbank all the things we need. Then we can't watch the stream. Yeah, absolutely. Well, it all depends on how much you have in terms of OCD. I'll try and clean up the rest of it very soon. There we go. Looking while working hard. See, the bank is getting more organised. Thank you, Clayton. It's getting there, slowly but surely. So, crafting wise, we're going to make swamp fish and chips, honey pot pie, seasoned steak and potatoes. So let's look at filling our... can the task list buy from the vendor? I think it can. I know I've had that from Nylon Thread, that's for sure. Then you have to look on yours. Oh, okay. Right, so we're looking at... let's get cooking up as well so we can compare lists. There we go. So, desserts. Lower loaf needs to go in. Ravenberry tarts. We've got some on, so I'll have to find some of those. Cold tiramisu is a good one, as is Mondazi. If we can make a profit on the base ingredients for the feasts, that always works. The wild berry bread we haven't made. Now we did have some, did we? No, we don't. We'll have to queue one of those up. And what else do we have? I need to remember to do something with bear tartare as well. And then large meals. Seasoned steak and potatoes needs to go in. And swamp fish and chips needs to go in. There we go. And then seasoned loins is in a light meal. We'll add that in. And honey pot pie we'll need in. There we go. So we need the grilled catfish as well, which we have 3 in the guild vault. That's what we missed. Grilled catfish. Let me just go and find that. That's there. And then we can add that straight into the group. And whilst I remember that, that was light. Was it a light meal? Hold on. Let me just bring that back up. Grilled catfish was a light meal, yes. So that goes in there. There we go. Such a shame you can't drag them from the profession tab into your groups instead of making or getting the item from Wellhead. Yeah, that's a good idea, Well. I would like that. If you could just grab this icon and drop it straight in, or shift click it, or something, that would be useful. You're not going to make a screenshot of yours, Mushy will yell at you. Right, so let's have a look at where we're at here. So light meals we should have 3, which we do. Desserts, we should have more than that. We need ravenberry tarts and wild berry bread. We're going to make some wild berry bread. And then large meals, we need the haunches, sailor's pie, seasoned spice snapper, swamp fish and chips, and we're going to ignore that. And then we've got the 2 feasts, ignoring the sanguinated. Okay, so we just need to make wild berry bread. So let's gather what we need there. And so it does do the vendor ones there, Mushy. So let's open the task list for that. And pick up what we need, which is the aromatic fish oil. And then we're going to pick up wild berries and powdered sugar, which hopefully we should be able to get from here.
I've seen things that would scare
So
you
let's switch to
shitless.
TSM. It doesn't collect up when it says not open here, interestingly, because the TSM vendor is open. Let's just turn it off and then on again. Now it says buy. So if we click buy, it will buy, hopefully, the things it needs. There we go. That works. Yes, but can you buy it? Yes. It looks like you can, which is handy. Okay, so cooking-wise, we need to just go and make ourselves some wild berry bread. And then go into our group here. It works again on 4. That whole section is missing for you. Oh, interesting. I wonder why it's not working for you. Desserts, wild berry bread. It was a dessert, wasn't it? Let's have a look. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. Desserts, wild berry bread. So obviously some of these are not a profit for me to make at the moment, but I'm making them anyway just to fill in what I do have. So now, ideally, I would like to organise these in the same order that they're here. So what I'm going to do is edit the names of these with a numerical 1 with a dot, maybe. That looks quite nice. 1 light meals, 2 desserts, Actually, I might like dashes. Hyphens are better for me. Let's change that. There we go. 2 desserts, 3 large meals. Let's organise this. There we go. Oreo angry. Oreo's just wandering around. He's not sure what he wants. He is kind of just hungry, but also just wants a bit of company. And then 4 will be feasts. Like that. We haven't had any problems on TSM 4 for a while. That's certainly true for me at the moment. Hangry cat, yeah. Yeah, he is. And he kind of wants to go outside as well. So, feasts have got the split of the 2. Which is kind of weird when you look at these like this. But I may have to split some of these anyway, in terms of how many I want to make of each of them. And then I've got aromatic fish oil and cooking mats on their own after that. So that's how that looks. But then we need to work out what we're going to do in terms of how many we're going to make and how we're going to sell them. So I think there's a base group operation. We could do... Oh, Sonic and Shara, thank you very much for the host. Very kind of you. How was your stream? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, he is hangry. He's just having a wander around at the moment. Where are you, Oreos? Let's pop on Oreo cam at the moment. We can see him coming around. Hold on, here we are. All cats are on lockdown. Absolutely. There we go. He's just having a wander around at the moment. Meowing his way away. There we go. You're going to lie down, Oreos? Oh, you can just see feet at the moment. He needs to move up a little bit. There we are. Taking a bit of a purr. I think he just wants attention. That's the main thing. He's not necessarily hangry. He's just sorry for the bum shot. You lie down, Oreo. There we go. He's much more dainty now. The belly rub. He does like to flop over. Just need a bit of a brush though. Need to sort your mats out. Now he's going into full claw mode. There we go. Right, he's had some attention now. Let's work on this cooking. So, I think we have feasts which had their own individual operations. Bountiful feasts, 5, 10s and 1s. And that was using the same one, Bountiful Feast, but using 10s, 5s and 1s. Other way round. Now, large meals, we're using the cooking operation, which I want to keep for most things anyway, because I think it's similar to the Bountiful Feasts. The large meals are 5, 1s, 10s, and 20s. I think, as a default, I should have that for all of these, to save me having to remake them. So if I take this one off, and go here on the base one, and go cooking 5s, cooking 1s, cooking 10s, because I don't really need the bountiful ones. They're kind of doing the same as this cooking operation. But there we go. Had a fun stream, keeping them to 3 to 4 hours, which seems keeps us fresh and more manageable. Yes, a good idea, Sonic and Shara. That's I keep mine quite a lot less than that. In fact, mine are more like 1 hour to 2 hours. But yeah, I definitely recommend. Shorter streams can often keep you fresh. Glad you have a good one, and Happy New Year to you. Hope you had a good Christmas. 119, one more level to go. Good luck. Keep getting distracted and going to do other things. Yeah, that sounds very much like me. Who takes care of the Undermined Journal? I don't know, Mushy. Gumdrops will know. Ask him, he'll definitely know. So we're looking at light meals, desserts, and large meals. All now have the same one. Now, crafting wise, this has got 15 each of the large meals. Let's have a look at light meals. Actually, that's probably not what we want to do, because I just realised we've got cooking mats here in as well, which we don't want a selling operation on. So I'm going to take that off again, actually, and just keep this more bespoke. Let's just turn that back on for these ones and control these in 5s, 1s, and then I can change the order of these should I want to on certain size things if needs be. We'll go for that, and 20s at the end should you have enough. And then desserts, I might mix up a little bit, just see what happens. Let's try 10s, then 5s, 1s, and then 20s. This is kind of random guesswork. I'm sure it probably doesn't make much difference. And this I'm going to start at 20s and work my way down. 10s, because people might want a few things. Actually, that's probably good for desserts as well, actually, thinking about it, because people wanting to collect up lots of Mondazi and Cold Tiramisu are going to want it in that order. Oh, that's Bountiful Feast. Hold on. Wrong thing. Cooking. We need cooking 20s, 10s, cooking 5s, and then cooking 1s. There we are. And we'll do the same with desserts. Now, how best to do that? Let's just take those off. Can we actually drag them from one to another? No, we can't. So we'll take them all off and put them back on in the correct order of 20, 10, 5, and 1s. There we go. Sinister is no item in game yet. Interesting. Citing so many mistakes, errors, and flaws. Does it? I've not had too much problems with Undermined Journal from the basic sense, but I don't know how often it does get updated, and I must admit I don't use it that regularly. So light meals, desserts are the same, and then large meals go 5, 1s, 10s, and 20s in the opposite order, and then feasts have their own particular ones, 5, 10s, and 1s, and 10s, 5s, and 1s. So, and then we've got 10 each of the galley banquets, 55 each of the bountiful feasts. Now large meals, we're going for 15 of each. Desserts, I think we should have more than that. Let's go for desserts. 30 something would be good, I think, if we have something. Well, let's go for 25. No, let's try something else. Tom Stoney, thank you very much for the follow. You never got bacon added to cooking in Legion. Oh right, it's still at 8.0. I do use it occasionally, just when I'm trying to investigate new markets. Desserts I think should be higher, but I'm going to keep it at that for now. And light meals, let's put something reasonable just to test the market at something like 10 for now. Other new engineering auction bots now unlocked for everyone. Unlearned engineering on your tunes. Reload the UI, but the bot is still there. Sounds like, not sure. Oh, so the new stuff is good, but it's just broken beyond logic. Ah, right, okay. I haven't looked at the new stuff. I'm interested to try it out, whatever it is. Okay, so we've got that 25 of each, and they have a sniper on these at the moment, which probably they don't need, but we'll leave that for the moment. Okay, so in terms of cooking now, let's see what kind of things that TSM will tell me I need to make based off of that. I'm going to do a /reload just in case we need to. Looking on it, if confused on an item, use WoW Economy or on Discord to look. Okay. Shows current material cost of crafted items. Oh, yes. Was that site? Or was that a different site? I remember Gumdrop saying about it. Right, let's get on with some cooking then. So, some of this is a profit, some of it isn't. So, I'm expecting a real mix of things to get made here. So, base group, cooking. Let's take Enchanting off. Tailoring off. Just going to have a look at cooking for now. So, restock selected groups. What do we have? Honey glazed haunches, bountiful captain's feast, and honey pot pie. But no swamp fish and chips, which is what I was expecting. Now, why would that be? Let's have a look. Swamp fish and chips is, in theory, a good one. Now, do we have 10 in my bags, 10 total, so that's all it knows about. Fresh potato, that's all fine. Last time scanned said 79 gold. Can I link my paste bin? Oh, do you mean of the cooking at the moment? I can put that out, or do you mean my just general paste bin? Because it's quite old at the moment. But paste bin is where I was at a while ago. It hasn't been updated in a good while though. But you're welcome to have a look through and rifle through what I've got there. I've got a few different paste bins. So I was expecting at least a few more things coming in here. Take your time to look at the price source on the server instead. So I'd expected some honey pot pies. That crafts 5. And I was expecting some swamp fish and chips, which crafts 10. Is it below my margin? It could be. It could be. Let's have a look. Let's just have a look at swamp fish and chips. Just see if they are actually at the price that I think they're at. Swamp fish and chips are currently at 79 gold. Crafting cost of 47. Maybe I need to make more of them. I've got 10. Maybe I make too many on the group. Let's have a look at the group again. So looking at the group, it was in large meals, swamp fish and chips, and the group operation says to make 15 of them. Now it makes 10 at a time, and I've already got 10 on me. So perhaps TSM doesn't want to make any more because it'll make over the amount. But let's just check the profit on them. Minimum 20% crafting profit. Well, it's definitely within that remit. The maximum restock quantity is 15 or 400 gold, whichever's the small ones. Newvin, how are you? How's my sales? Doing very well, thank you. We made about 200. Was it 280,000 in the last week? Yeah, so it was a pretty good week so far. What can you say about my past year and while from my perspective? Interesting one. I would say I've thoroughly enjoyed World of Warcraft. I've gotten my head round Goldmaking. I made 5 million for the Brutal mount. I've enjoyed the storyline. I'm still enjoying Battle for Azeroth, despite a lot of negativity out there. I'm having a blast. So very much positive from my point. Check your restock number on the large meals too. Might be on 15 and taking the 10 as a craft as another would take me to 20. Yeah, I think that's the problem here. I think we need to have more of everything. So I'm thinking we need to be up here like the 55 one. So let's have a look again. Let's look at the large meals. Let's change this. Instead of 15, let's whack this up to 55. And the same with the desserts. Let's whack that up to 55. And see what we get there. So now go back to cooking now. Chat is buggy, not all post shows. Oh, right. That's a strange one, Trallian. I'm not sure. Well, 50 would cover my stacks on the auction house. Yeah, I think so. Let's have a look. Let's see what it does. Restock selected groups. There we go. We've got 4 swamp fish and chips, 5 honey glazed haunches, and 1 honey pot pie. Because you make multiples of them, it's taking into account that. So that looks good. Let's switch to gathering and open the task list. Now if we head on back to the Guildbank. Now hopefully this should be a fairly relatively quick collect all of that. See how it gets on. You might make a fresh TSM profile to practice around in the new year. Good idea. If there's certainly new principles you want to do, I'm going to be rethinking mine as well. So I'm definitely on a similar vein. I'm going to just do a different profile for each character and its professions. That way to have it more condensed, I think. Is there a way to have the auction fee as a custom source? So that adds that to the price. I don't have it as a custom source. I just use a percentage of the crafting. So as my minimum profit is something like 110% crafting. So I take into account the auction house fee in my minimum prices. That's what works for me. You're building yours from scratch with no imports on your new account. It's a good idea. Right, so let's buy the things we need there. That was fairly easy. So now let's hopefully cook everything. So Chef Sat ahoy, bountiful feast coming through. Oreo's fast asleep. My videos has helped a lot. Oh, good to hear, Charlie. I'm glad they've been helpful. So a whole load of bountiful feasts coming my way. You can't see them being made actually at the moment because Oreo's over that section. Let me just move that chat window up. There we go. I'll just move that down a little bit. There we go. And so next lot, honey glazed haunches. Making 10 lots of those. Swamp fish and chips. 10 lots of those. And honey pot pie makes 5. Okay. Ravenberry tarts didn't get a look in there, even though there were a 7 gold profit. That's because we have 1 on the auction house. Only 1 though. I'd have thought we'd get some more on there, interestingly. Ah, thank you. Minimum 110% crafting. That's what I use. I don't use the times 0.95 for me though. I just use the 110% crafting. That works for me. Sherry did a new video about TSM4. Oh, I'll have a look. Is Ravenberry tarts not in the group in desserts? Okay, let me just check that. Hold the horses. TSM groups. Yep, Shayra's still around. If you're still in the stream, Sonic and Shara, you're definitely alive and well. And although not doing, Shara did say she wasn't going to do her groups anymore on Gumdrops and oh, my name's gone blank. Muffin was going to take it over. Ah, yes, it's not in there. My wild berry. Oh no, wild berry bread. What am I missing? Hold on. Ravenberry tarts. Where have I put them? Yes, I've not put them in. Okay, let's just quickly fix that up. I'm sure I had some Ravenberry tarts. We've posted one on, so we need to take it off the auction house and then pop it back in. That'll be the quickest way of doing that. So, my auctions. Ravenberry tarts. We'll just cancel that one moment. And then we go pick that one up. Let's pick up that mail as well. 1,300. Very nice. And then groups wise, let's go sort that one out. Ah, Velostra, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Good evening to you too. Late due to building kids' toys. Oh, very nice. I hope everyone had a good Christmas. Very good Christmas here. Thank you very much. I hope you did too. And so we're just going through and resorting out our cooking. This was desserts, wasn't it? It sounds like it should be a dessert. Ravenberry tarts in dessert. Yep, that's correct. So that goes in there. So then we now need to just go through and restock on that. Give me 5 Ravenberry tarts, which then gives me another task list to pick up. Whilst we're here, we'll buy from the vendor. We'll buy the things we need there, and then we'll pick up the aromatic fish oil from the Guildbank. All going relatively smoothly. Let's move those out the way, and then cook the things we need to cook. 5 tarts. There we go. We made a few different ones there, interestingly. Okay. Okay, thank you, Nix. Thanks for posting that. Need some help. Which ore is the best to be prospected to level up dual crafting? Try WoW Professions. They give some really good leveling guides for all the different professions. They're certainly in terms of getting skills up quickly. That's for sure. Okay, that's done. Or monolite ore, is it? Okay. Or monitel ore. Is a spreadsheet for the lazy. Okay, so where are we at? We're going to post these on. Let's have a look. Let's go through post on all our cooking. Run a post scan. So it's going to say a lot of not enough items in bags for the ones that it hasn't got, but then it will go through and post them in the ones in the correct stack sizes. There we go. Now, so a lot of stuff here is below min price, posting at min price. That is the things that weren't a profit, which we were just making for various. There we go. That's looking nice. Bountiful feasts. Swamp fish and chips is looking nice. Okay, so there we are. Cooking is in a much stronger place now. That's what you try to access in your brain. Ah, okay. Right, okay, so that's cooking sorted. Much happier with the way cooking's looking now. Oh, we forgot Bear Tartare. Don't forget Bear Tartare. It needs its own little group here. Let's make a new one. New group. Let's call it 6. No, 5. Get your numbers right. 5 Bear Tartare. Even though It is a Legion one, and not... Let's add that in. And then group operations, we will auctioning off for cooking 20s, and then we'll do singles like cooking 1s, and then crafting we'll do the same number, 55 of each for now. There we go. And then we'll post those on. That should work. And so the bear tartar coming on for 5 stacks of 20, which is our equal amount we have, undercutting the competition. Let's try that and see how that works. You have so many bookmarks for TSM. Yeah, there's definitely lots to do. The spreadsheet's amazing for scribes and jewel crafters. Yeah, I thoroughly recommend Lazy Goldmaker's site. Got so many useful things there. Look forward to seeing the food sales for my next stream. Let's hope so, fingers crossed. I've not really tried much in the way of food, but now that I've got my reputation in a good place, I think now's a good time to do that. Right, so that's that sorted. In terms of what we need to do next, I guess let's do a quick restock of Enchanting and Tailoring, because we have done a fair amount of stuff in the terms of sales. So Enchanting and Tailoring, let's restock. So we have Sinister Combatants, Silkweave Satchels, Hexweave Bags, a Shadowweave Mask, also Packs of Haste have sold well, and Mongoose, and so let's collect everything up. Now, as we've got both professions selected, we need to go in here and select Tailoring and Enchanting, and then we can open the task list for both. There it is. And then we'll head on in, collect up the stuff we need from the Guildbank. Gloom Dust, Shalderai Silk, Shadow Silk, Embroidered Deep Sea Satin, Prismatic Shards. We need some more Veiled Crystals and a Void Crystal, according to that. And we also need to do some tailoring, Bolt of Mage Weave and Hexweave Cloth. We can do that from the daily cooldown. And Bolt of Mage Weave is here. We can create those. We can do all of them whilst we're here. I probably don't need to do all of them. And Veiled Crystal and Void Crystal. Let's check those out. I still sell the Shadowweave Mask, yeah, absolutely. I always try and have 2 on, and it's definitely doing well still. There's been a resurgence of it, actually. I've definitely had more sales lately these past few weeks. Since the Mind Bender mount came into existence. Right, shopping tab. Let's move that over and scan what we need. Void Crystal and Veiled Crystals. Void Crystals are massively expensive at 31. Let's look at a different way of getting those perhaps. Hive Mind, that's the one. Let's make... How many do we need? We need 8 Veiled Crystals. That's interesting. We're actually getting to the point now where we can buy Veiled Crystals. And it's a reasonable price because my average purchase price is 526. So I'm okay with that. My MAC cost is 419, so if I can buy them for 380, that's good. So let's get a few of these going. And then that Void Crystal. I'm not going to buy that for that because that's massively expensive. So let's look at the other ways we can get Void Crystals. So if we search for Void, other Void Sphere takes the Void Crystals, okay. But what about actually getting... no, I don't have Void Shatter, which would be really useful at this point. Because I need the Shattered Sun Offensive honoured. Okay, that's something for the list of things I would need to do. In which case, without that, I would have to buy void crystals or get stuff that disenchants into a void crystal. Now, I don't think TSM does it at the moment, does it? If I do a shopping search, don't think the crafting works, does it? At the moment, like it used to do in TSM 3. Because I would want to do a crafting search for void crystal and see what I could disenchant. See, it's not showing me invalid search filter void crystal. Normal void crystal. Which is a shame. Because 31 gold is pretty expensive. What do I need to make that needs a void crystal? Let's have a look at that. Decide whether we want to make it at that price. So crafting, enchant weapon, is the mongoose, is it? Okay. How many do I need? I only need one. Oh, that's okay. The mongoose has quite a good profit margin on it. If we look at mongoose, the profit is 6,000, so I can afford to buy those. Buy one void crystal at that. No need to worry too much about that. Let's go back into that. Yeah, buy the one for 30 gold, absolutely. Not a big problem. Now we've got a stack of 24 there. We have one stack of 12. That's slightly smaller. Let's buy that instead. There we go. Done. So let's collect that from the mail. Collect our purchases. Wish I had that kind of profit on Mongoose. Mongoose is a really nice one. It doesn't sell as often as Elemental Force. Although saying that, I haven't sold any Elemental Forces in a while. They used to be one of my better sellers. So now we're going to go through and make the things. Now, it's going to break on the first one because there's two of them, so we'll have to do a slash reload after that. Oh no, it worked. Normally it breaks on that first one. That's working on the silkweed satchels, that's good. Yeah, definitely, I'd agree with that. Mongoose and Elemental Force are good ones. Okay. Shadowweed Mask, Hexweed Bag, Sinister Combatants, and then let's switch over to Enchanting, and then let's make Pact of Haste, and we're skilling up in Enchanting at the same time, which is really nice. We've got the final 10 skill ups to go, and Pact of Haste is made. And then we can go and post those on auctioning and run a post scan. Used to do soulcloth gloves and disenchant is what I used to do. Ah, okay, Malpravis, that's a good idea for void crystals. Thank you for the heads up on that one. I wonder how much soulcloth gloves would cost me to make. Sinister Combatants all looking good. Shadowweed Mask is looking good. The Mongoose is looking very good. Pact of Haste, that's a 503 profit, and the satchels are currently a 216 profit. So let's get all of those on. The ring Pact of Haste though is below min price actually. 2739 was where it last looked at it, but obviously prices seem to have changed since then. Let's have a look at that Pact of Haste. How many are below it? There's one at 1,900. Well, why don't I bump that price up? Let's just have a look at that Pact of Haste. So I'm here. There's this one here at 1,900, which is significantly lower. So I'm going to buy that one.
If you find anything exotic, bring it.
And repost it on. Just reverse back of it.
Have
There we
anything
go.
ancient to trade?
And then
Needs to be at least
post
2
that on.
centuries old.
There we go. Hopefully get a little bit of profit on that as well. You're saying still below min price. 2459. Okay, hold on. We need to just change that a minute. Let's look at my auctions again. Pact of Haste. Let's take those off now. Because that one skewed our prices, let's take these off and repost everything on at a correct price.
Bring it to me.
Whoops, wrong
If
one.
you find anything exotic, bring it to me. If you find
Keep
anything
clicking the
exotic,
wrong thing.
bring it to me.
I have to wait for that to just refresh through, and there it goes. And open those up. And
Have
then
anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2
that should
centuries old.
hopefully work. Let's just go through that. Run a post scan. Oh, Sweden Nice Man, thank you very much for the follow. Someone tried to push it down, yeah, definitely. So you need to spend the rest of the expansion piping to get all the marks of honours you need for leather working, all the mail and leather gear, and tailoring too. Yeah, definitely. You need a lot of marks of honour for that. Oh, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you as well, Gumdrops. How are you? How have you been? How's your holidays? Oh, and Control TV, thank you very much for the Prime sub. Let's say you need a lot of marks of honour. Yeah, marks of honour is the big thing you need. So now we're at a much better price for the Pact of Haste, coming in at 2,700. But let's pop some chef's hats. Thank you very much for the sub, Control TV. Using your Prime net. Welcome to the Samadan squad. Your support's very much appreciated. Right, I'm going to post on Pacts of Haste, and we are
If you
done.
find anything exotic,
That's
bring it to
everything posted up. Everything's on that I wanted to be on. These can go back into the Guildbank. Let's post those on. Hey, Pickle Possum, how are you? Which add-on did you mean in particular? TSM for the auctioning, Trade Skill Master. Or the bag add-on is called Addy Bags. If I had another camera upgrade, I've got a multiple camera. I got an extra C920 on the Black Friday sale, so that's the only difference really. We got Oreo Cam, who's now sat next to me on stream, who is enjoying the rug he's sleeping on at the moment, looking sharp. I haven't changed any of the settings though. So we're just going to pop these back into our nice clean looking Guildbank. So we're going to put in the Sorceress Air and those extra void crystals we collected up. Those can go in now. And the Sorceress Water can go in. Oh, we never did sell the Toma Tranquil Mines actually. Let's just go and sort those out. One last thing. There's always something else to do. Oh yes, we were asking who runs the Undermine Journal. I said you would know. Must be the lighting. Those are the £5 lights I got from Wilco's that are behind the TV. That's probably making a difference. Although they're the same ones I've had for a good few months now. Right, last thing I was going to do. Oh, he's back working at Wowhead now. Oh, interesting.
Have anything
Okay, so
ancient
we're
to
just
trade?
going to have a look
Needs to be
at these
least 2
Tome
centuries
of
old.
Tranquil Mines. Well, I've still got some slimy mackerel here as well. But let's just do one thing. Tome of Tranquil Mines coming in at 88 gold. I don't know what I got these for. I don't know where I got them from. I don't have a record of them. So I'm just going to post them on. I have 45, so let's post on, I guess, stacks of 20. Oh, max of 45. I think we should do stacks of 20. Would be better. Let's try that. 2 stacks of 20. Whoops, oh, I just clicked the wrong thing. 20. No, that's 30. Hold on. Can't type for toffee. There we go. Do that. I meant to click 48 hour. There we go. Let's post those on. And then let's post another lot at the singular ones at that. There we go. Oh, Trillian, thank you very much for the sub. Very kind of you. Thank you ever so much for your support. I missed some chat up there earlier, so let me just throw some chef's hats in. Thank you ever so much for your support. Really appreciated. Thank you, Nix, for the links. Is TSM hard to use? No, absolutely not. It can be quite intimidating to start off with, but my recommendation is always start simple and slowly learn from there. He's the star, so there's a lot of sun around him. It can take some getting used to. There's a lot of guys support the variable community. Done some great beginner-friendly videos on YouTube, absolutely. And Nix has got the links there to the guides, and from there you'll be able to get access to my videos, which are on there. Or if you want a come support me, he's on fire. If I do, where is it? Learn. And that's the link to my YouTube video series, or on getting started in TSM4. Right, I think I am pretty much done for tonight, as it's gone past midnight now. I've got all my auctions on. Should get some interesting sales. Hopefully all that food will sell well. Or at least not now, it'll sell over the next month whilst the guilds ramp up for the raids and what happens. Now, I'm not going to stream on Monday tomorrow, because obviously it's New Year's Eve, and I'm going to mix up my schedule a little bit as well in the new year. I'll put it on Discord, but I will be on, my next planned stream will be on Wednesday. So it will be 2019. We will have a very, very good new year, I'm hoping for. So I would like to wish everybody a very, very happy new year. Thank you all for hanging out in stream tonight. Thank you all for making 2018 such an amazing year. This stream wouldn't be the stream without all your company and all your help. And so thank you all. It's been absolutely amazing year. I'm really, really happy. And Gumdrops, you have a new schedule too. Yeah, Gumdrops does. Are you still doing Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays? I think, because I'm still going to do my Sunday, Wednesday and Friday streams. But I think what I'm going to do is just probably drop the Monday stream so that I can spend longer on the Sunday and Friday streams. That's the plan anyway. But until then, have a great evening. Have a great 2019. Have a great new year, everyone. I hope you have some, as Gumdrops would say, adult refreshments, or if not, some nice water, and say hello to all your loved ones. Oreo and I are going to bid you all farewell for 2018 and hope you have a fantastic time. Actually, let's see if we can find anyone to host. Who is actually on at the moment? I can't see anyone who is doing gold making at the moment. So I might leave it there actually. That's probably for the best. So have a great new year, and I will see you all in 2019. Good night, farewell, and I'll see you very soon.